I don't have anything to talk about. And that's okay. And I think we need to be okay with having nothing to say, with being nothing for the current point in time. I feel like a lot of people try to go out their way to say something, to kind of put their input on something, give their opinion on something, especially nowadays more than anything. We are all kind of pressured to, well, somebody says something, we all have to say something. You have to kind of choose a side. You have to choose an opinion. You have to choose. You can't just sit there and be nothing. And while I do understand the other side to that argument of, well, there's a lot of important things that you need to discuss, that you need to yell out, and you need to say, you need to be a part of this conversation, because this conversation involves you in one way or another. Even if it's not directly in your involvement or it's not directly in your face, it's something that needs to be discussed. And I think that we need to be okay sometimes with saying nothing and having nothing to say and having nothing to do. You get what I'm saying? When you have a lot to do and you're always doing something, you're always working, or let's say you make content, you always are making a video, or you're always making a song, or you're always helping somebody, you're always giving advice to somebody, you're always taking care of somebody. I feel like we need to be okay with sitting and not doing nothing for a moment in time. And I feel like a lot of us put on the pressure to ourselves to, oh my God, I got to be doing something. I have to always be doing something. And that, at the end of the day, creates more stress. It always creates more stress, because if you have nothing to say and you try your hardest to say something, it's gonna come out fake. Like a lot of rappers, when they're making their music, especially if they're making meaningful music, go through writer's block because they said everything that they wanted to say. They don't have anything more to say. They have nothing more to bring to the table. And a lot of people try to force topics. And that's why a lot of rappers either end up repeating themselves, or they end up getting worse and worse and worse, because they have nothing to say. They have nothing new to contribute. They have already had their moment, and in trying to extend their moment, they try their hardest to say something when they have nothing to say. When their impact for their next release could be harder if they wait and then say something. We have to be okay with not saying anything. We have to be okay with, it's okay if I don't have an opinion on this right now. It's okay if I didn't do anything today. And I think, as with everything that I talk about, it's all within moderation. Don't just sit here and, oh, well, I have nothing to say, nothing to do, nothing to provide, so therefore I will be saying nothing, I will be doing nothing, and I will be providing nothing for anybody or myself. I feel like that's a bad way to look at it, because you can't never not say anything. But I feel like the problem comes in when we start to force ourselves. When we start to really force ourselves to do something and say something and try to provide some type of context or something, I feel like that's where people start to fall, because they're not okay with being nothing at the moment or saying nothing. And even though, we live in a world where in 10 billion years it could all be over, and nothing could exist and all this could be evaporated. So eventually it's all going to be nothing and all going to mean nothing. Absolutely. But like right now, and I think I'm going to post this video anyway, because right now I keep trying to force another video out. I keep trying to force another song out, force another thought. I keep trying to force things to happen instead of just being okay with nothing. Instead of just being okay with, I don't need to have anything to say. I don't need to have anything to do. I need to be okay with, I don't have nothing to say. Because power comes in saying something when the right moment comes. When it's the right moment, that's when you internally feel, oh, I need to come and say something. That's when you finally go and say something. That's when you finally go and do something. when you in your soul and in your heart feel like it's the right time to do and say something. But currently, I have nothing to say. And in this attempt of me trying to say something and trying to add more meaning, I turn a blank. And a lot of times I will, like this video. This video, if I was a couple days ago, I would just delete it because I'm like, well, I didn't have nothing to say. So instead of me trying to force it, I'm just gonna delete it. But I'm gonna let this ride. I'm gonna edit this, and I'm gonna see what happens. You gotta be okay with being nothing for the moment. You don't have to always be on 10. You don't have to always be doing something. You don't have to always be doing something. And especially in this generation, we're so used to always having to do something. Or we have to do this. If you're not creating a brand, then you need to be doing music. If you're not doing music, then you need to be on Instagram. You need to be promoting this. You need to be making money in this way. You need to be doing this type of job. You need to be getting this type of degree. You need to be having these type of kids. You need this type of girlfriend. When you just need to be okay with having nothing and being okay with yourself. And to addendum all of that, people, you're sitting here saying and watching this video about nothing and about saying nothing and being nothing when you have a lot and you do a lot and you're always doing something, even if it's not the craziest thing and it's not the most big accomplishing thing. You have still done something. You have still accomplished a goal. If you're watching this video, you're still made to the end of this video. That's accomplishing something. If you need this video to help you and this is pushing your mindset somewhere, you've accomplished something. If you got up today and walked and did something, you did something. You didn't just let it die and ride out. And now that may seem insignificant, but if you keep going and keep adding more important things to do, eventually you will do that big something. And so right now, yeah, no, you're not doing nothing. You're just chilling. You're not saying nothing. You're not pushing for anything big. But that's okay. Because eventually you will do something. And there will be something to look at, and there will be some type of an accomplishment.